It's Thomas the Tank Engine, hip 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 hooray. Chugga chugga chug chug chuff chuff chuff, he rides along the way. And when you hear that whistle, it can only be one train. Our favorite little engine, Thomas is his name. Thomas the Tank Engine's rolling along. All of his friends will be coming along. Thomas, we love you. Thomas, we love you. Thomas, we love you.
Summer had finally come to an end on the island of Sordor, and all the engines were very excited as they will have less work until a holiday rush would pick up in November. They were puffing up and down the line, and delivering freight and passengers to and from on destinations to make the TOPHAMM Hatt proud. Everyone was having a really good day. Everyone except for Arthur, who wasn't feeling well, as something in his smoke box got stuck. Just then, Sir TOPHAMM Hatt arrived. "Hello, sir. I see you got my phone call." "Yes, I did. Is Arthur alright?" "No, sir. I believe something's wrong with his smoke box. We don't know what it is, but it's made him ill." "I see. So Arthur, I heard from the fishing village manager and your driver saying you're not feeling well today?"
Yes, sir. There's something wrong with my firebox, and I don't know what it is.
"I see. By saying this too, it looks like we're gonna have to take you to the works to fix your problem." "But sir, who's going to do Arthur's work while he's away getting repaired?" "Don't worry, I'll try to see if one of my engines are not busy at the moment. In the meantime, I'll just send Douglas to come pick Arthur up and take him to the works." "Alright, sir. If you say so." "Don't worry, Arthur, laddie. You'll be good as new before you know it."
I know. I'm just wondering which engine Sir TOPHAMM Hatt is going to assign while I'm away.
Trust me, Arthur. Whoever Sir TOPHAMM Hatt assigns to do your job will do fine. Now come on, let's get you to the steamworks so you can be good as new. Later that day, Sir TOPHAMM Hatt was trying to figure out which engine he should get to do Arthur's work until he returned. Oh man, what am I gonna do? Oh, I can't figure out which engine to do Arthur's work until he gets back. I was gonna say Henry, but he moved to Vickers-town now since where his flying kibble run ends. And I know Gloria doesn't like freight work. And Emily's too busy helping out Thomas with passenger work. And all the other engines are busy. What am I gonna do? Wait a second. Light bulb. What a beautiful day. Sir, what was that for? You nearly gave me a heart attack. Sorry, James, but I need to tell you something very important. Well, make it quick, please. I have to get ready for my next passenger train. Well, in case you haven't heard, Arthur isn't feeling well today, and I want to ask if you can do his fish deliveries until he gets back. Of course, sir. That doesn't sound too bad. Wait a second. Do Arthur's work? But why? In case you forgot, 2 seconds ago, I said Arthur isn't feeling well, and because of this, there's no one to do his job at the fishing village. But sir, you know I don't like pulling goods trains. They're beneath me, and they are dirty and smelly. Okay, yes, I know you're not a fan of goods trains, But please, James, do it for Arthur. Plus, I really need you to make me proud. But why don't you get Hero or Ferdinand or did Harvey or someone else? They're all busy at the moment. But in case you're wondering, I will send Rosie to do your shunting for you, since I know how much you don't like that. Well, how much do I get out of it? I'll let you pull the express for a month. Alright, I'll do it. Great! Rosie will be at the fishing village waiting for you. Joy. I can't believe TOPHAMM Hatt would pick me out of all the engines to do smelly fish work. He could have just sent Henry or someone else to do it. But I'm guessing the faster I get this done, the faster I could get back to pulling coaches again. Well, I'll just see what happens then. And hopefully Arthur gets back sooner, so I could get out of this nightmare. Soon, James arrived at the fishing village. Engines were puffing in and out of the yards with trucks full of fish. James was very upset though, as he knew he would be having a very long week ahead. Just then, Rosie arrived.
Oh, hey James!
Hey, Rosie.
Are you alright? You're not your usual happy self today.
Well, of course not, because TOPHAMM Hatt picked me out of all the others to do Arthur's fish deliveries to market, and even though he could have gone Henry or someone else.
Oh, come on, it can't be that bad.
Not that bad. Not that bad. Rosie, you don't understand what I've been through. I have had many problems with fish. One time when I had to take Henry's flying kipper, then it was another time in 2013, and now I have to do this. What has this really become? Oh, hello there, James. What? Who are you?
James, I'd like you to meet Mr. Johnny.
That's correct. I am the one in charge of all the fish deliveries here. Oh, I see. I'm sorry about my little freak out there. It's alright. It happens a lot. Anyways, you must be James the Red Engine. TOPHAMM Hatt sent you here to do all this work until he came back from the works. That's right. I'm here to do his work until he comes back. Speaking of Arthur, are there any updates saying how long he's gonna be there? Yes, they say he's gonna be there for a week. A week? But what about my passengers?
Don't worry, James. Edward will do your passenger work for the week until you return.
Alright. Anyways, when's my first train gonna be ready? Soon, actually. Rosie just needs to get the last few of your cars, and then you'll be good to go. Alright, sir. I'll do it. Great. Now, if you excuse me, I got some paper to fill out. Speaking of my train, Rosie, where is it? And how many more freight cars do I need?
Alright, your train. I just need to collect some more vans and then you'll be good to go.
Alright, let's get this over with then. Soon, James collected his first goods train loaded with fish and headed out to Brenham Docks. However, though, he did not enjoy it. As he puffed down the line, other engines started making fun of him, and when they saw him with the fish, and make him remind him of bad memories he had, like the time when he did Henry's flying kipper twice, and when he crashed into the pond on when Gator was visiting back in 2014. However, things continued to get worse for James. As time went on, more fishing boats came in with more crates of fish. Realizing this, the fishing manager calls TOPHAMM Hatt to send more engines as the yards and sidings were getting packed with more trucks. Soon, other engines were called in, bringing freight cars and taking them out whenever they were needed. Heck, even Thomas and Toby would call from their duties to bring more workmen to help out. James, on the other hand, was not happy still, as he wanted to go back and work on his branch line and the main line. He continued to keep praying and hoping that Arthur would be back soon. A few days later, Mr. Johnson came to see the engines. He had some news.
Good evening, engines. I have some news for you. Which ones would you like to hear first? Bad news or good news? But good news it is. The good news is that Arthur's coming back.
Really? I'll be free.
The bad news is he won't be back until later this evening.
What?
Yes, apparently he's been held up at the works due to some faulty points, so he won't be back for a little while.
Well, who's gonna take his last train until he comes back?
Simple. Rosie can take it.
Wait, what?
You, James. I want you to take it.
What? Why?
Because you're stronger than Rosie. Plus, you can pull more freight cars. And besides, the train you're taking is not that long, and it'll be your last one until you could go home until Arthur returns.
Alright, sir. Also, what is the special?
I'm glad you asked, James. This special is to contain a train loaded of fruit, vegetables, and fish that are going to Market Day in Australia and New Zealand. They are to be taken on a boat so they can head to those countries for their Market Day festivals. And I need you to take it. And I promise, James, this will be your last one until Arthur comes home. And I want you to make me proud.
I can't believe I'm saying this. But yes, sir. I'll do it.
Excellent. Rosie will shut your vans tomorrow, and Doc will bring you your last 2 trucks for your train. And then after that, you'll be able to go home, and Arthur will return by tomorrow afternoon.
The next day, Rosie shunted James's vans into place. James was very happy that he would be able to go home and couldn't wait to get his last job over with so he could go back to pulling coaches. Just then, Duck arrived with James's last 2 trucks.
Hello, Rosie. Here are the last 2 trucks for the train.
Thanks, Duck. I appreciate it.
And hello to you, James. The fish delivering engine? Oh man, that's so funny.
Shut it, Duck. It's not funny.
Whatever, James. Or should I say, the fish red engine.
James was very upset and unamused with Duck's joke. But before he could say anything else, Duck puffed quickly away before James could respond to him. A few minutes later, James backed down onto his train and prepared to head to Brenham Docks. After he backed down, Rosie puffed up beside him.
Now remember, James, this load is very important and...
Yes, I get it, Rosie. Don't be late, be right on time. I get the memo. Rosie was heartbroken and upset with what James said to her. But before she could say anything, the guard blew his whistle, and James puffed away.
Why am I starting to get the feeling this isn't gonna end well?
Soon, James was puffing down the main line to Brandon Docks. He hurried as fast as he can so he could get his job over with and go back to the main line and TOPHAMM sheds. The trip, however, continued to get worse as the trucks were teasing James the whole way through.
James, he's so slow. He can't even pull his own string because he doesn't like the fish. And if he doesn't, then he's a coward.
Would you all please be quiet and shut your mouths?
Watch your profanity.
Roasted!
I am so going to teach Arthur a lesson when he gets back.
Soon James approached Gordon's hill and prepared to make the climb. But little that he didn't know, the trucks had a plan and to get back at him for him being rude to them.
Yo, boys, I have an idea. What did you have in mind, Joe? Let's teach James a lesson for being rude to us. I like it. Yeah, let's do it. What are you all talking about back there? And whatever you're talking about, I am going to... Before James could finish, it happened.
Right as he got to the top of the hill, James started to go faster and faster and faster until he realized what was going on. The truck started pushing him down the hill and made him run away. Oh no! Help! Someone! Help! But it was no use. James ran downhill at full speed, with the trucks pushing him. James kept on trying applying his brakes, but it was no use. The trucks were too strong and kept pushing him. James, apply your brakes even more! I can't, driver! This is how much my brakes can work! Oh dear, I want to stop! Then there was trouble. Up ahead on the right, James was switched on the truck at that time to Brendan docks. Realizing this, he knew he could crash. James kept on using every ounce of strength he had, but to no avail. Meanwhile at Brandon Docks, Nia and Salty were waiting for James to arrive with the last load to go to New Zealand and Australia. Nia also arrived with a tanker full of tomato sauce that was also going to the farmer's market in New Zealand and Australia as well.
So, Salty, how much longer do we have to wait for James to arrive? Hopefully not that much longer, Nia me hearty. Hopefully he'll get here soon and... Wait, did you hear that? Yes, it sounded like... Salty! Nia! Look out! Oh no! I'm bandit! Oh me hearties! Runaway train!
Luckily no one was hurt, but a strong smell of fish hung in the air. And as for James, he was covered in tomato sauce and felt very embarrassed. Oh man, so TOPHAMM's going to be very mad with me. So TOPHAMM was indeed cross, but not with James.
I can explain everything. Don't worry, James. Your crew told me what happened, and I will have a word with the trucks.
I know, sir, it's just I ruined everything. And all the fish, tomato sauce, and everything else is ruined and...
James, it's okay. Plus, the farmer's market for New Zealand and Australia is not in another 2 weeks.
Wait, so you're saying is we can fix everything?
Of course. Plus, we have plenty of time.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. But who will be doing the fish deliveries then while getting repaired and cleaned off?
That will be me.
Arthur?
Yep, I'm back and I'm ready to be really useful again.
Sir, Arthur's back?
That's right, James.
But how, Arthur? I thought you were stuck at the work still due to the faulty points.
Well, apparently I thought I was going to be there longer when the points got jammed. But thankfully the workmen there fixed it in time.
Oh, I see. But I'm very sorry for what happened.
It's okay, James. I've been through that before.
James felt better after what Arthur said and smiled the biggest smile after a week of pulling fish. After the mess was cleaned up, Ryan and Doug arrived to take James to the works. But before they left, Rosie popped up beside James, and James decided to talk to Rosie. Hey, Rosie, I just wanted to say I'm sorry I didn't listen to you. You were right. I should have been more careful.
You really mean it, James? Thank you, James. I also forgive you as well.
James felt better after that. and put on a smile for Rosie. And with that, Duck and Ryan took James away to the steamworks to be repaired. A few weeks later, James was repaired and went back to passenger work. And the farmers markets in New Zealand and Australia became a huge success. And for Arthur, he soon returned to his fish deliveries. James was also happy as he also hoped to never pull fish ever again.